you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all time. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much for
Biafra, I say I know election, no. After election, able to their deception, no. Upon deception, I see no recession, no. But then you will see your vote, no. I'm to suppose our election, no vote. You never had a nigga now. What did I let people like that? He let us go for the get the idea, what the Biafra, you. If I am to party, you want to go.
Listen carefully. Let me repeat. I must remind those of you clamoring for Igbo presidency that you are wasting your time. IPOB is dedicated to the restoration of Biafra, and no amount of idle gossip or paid advertorial by sycophantic praise singers, or should I say inconsequential political errand boys, will detract IPOB from our march to freedom. It doesn't matter how many journalists you pay 4,600 naira to be writing press statement for you. It's inconsequential. We are not being moved. We want Biafra, not presidency. Understand this very clearly. Remember what I said before. It was the pursuit of this I am an Igbo man, I want to rule Nigeria, that got us into the mess we are in today. I have said it before. From Azikiwe to UNC to Zobo, it was their desire to make Nigeria a better place for everybody that got us into this mess that led to the Asaba massacre.
Thank you for joining wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you for joining this very broadcast. If you're connecting from Biafra land, you're joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, whichever part of the world you are joining this broadcast from, I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. I appreciate every one of you that are joining me on this program from time to time. Those of you who are helping to share this program and make sure that we reach to many people, I appreciate you. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless you, continue to guide you, continue to protect you, and continue to lead you to that freedom that we are asking. As you are doing your own part by sharing this broadcast, you are doing a very great job. And I tell you, Chukwu Okike Abiama will reward you for everything you do in this struggle. By the time you help us to pass this information, by the time you key in the radical evangelism, by sharing this very broadcast, you are doing your own part. And I will tell you that you will get your reward. God will definitely reward you for everything you are doing today for the freedom of the children of God. The Biafran people, we are the chosen people, and we know that we are planning and trying to create a nation where God will be worshipped in truth and in spirit, where Chukwu Okike Abiama will be worshipped and celebrated at all times. That is the nation we want to build. We want to build a nation where there will be love, where there will be unity, where there will be equality, where people will have the opportunity to grow at their own speed. That is the nation we are dreaming about. And that is why we are fighting on different fronts without being distracted to make sure that we get to that nation that Chukwu Okike has promised us. If you listen to the voice of Mazen Nanikan that I just played, that is the stance of the Biafran people. He just reminded us of the stance of Biafran people, that we are going for our freedom and freedom alone. We cannot be distracted. We are not asking for any form of presidency or whatever they can call it. We are not interested in anything except the freedom of Biafran people. That is what we're asking for. Except the freedom of Biafran people. That is what we're asking for. Freedom and nothing else. And as you can see, while we are moving further, while we are moving closer to Biafra, you can see the gathering of the enemies. They are gathering. They have started gathering in different fronts. They are started gathering internationally and locally. They are gathering on different sections. But because they are not gathering in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama, they will scatter. That I assure you. That is why every Biafran, wherever you are, anything you are doing, continue to do what you are doing and stand firm, stand your ground. Don't allow anyone to distract you. Do not allow anyone to distract you. If you are still standing in autopilot today, you are still standing, propagating the gospel of Biafran people and their freedom. Thank your star. You are on the right path. Continue to hold your ground. Whatever you are doing, continue to do it and do not get distracted. Don't allow anybody to distract you. Don't allow anybody to hold you back. I tell you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama that victory is sure. No matter what anybody does, no matter any attack that you see, no matter the distraction, do not get distracted. Don't allow anybody to distract you, no matter who the person is. You are on the right path. And I tell you, continue to pray for our spokesperson, Master Simon Eber. Continue to pray with him and continue to stand with him. Every autopiloted member, we are standing with Master Simon Eber 101%. And we are moving forward into our land. We are not fighting to take people's land. We are not fighting to colonize anybody. We are not fighting to intimidate anybody. We are not fighting to take innocent life. We are fighting to secure our own land that was given to us by Chukwu Okike Abiama. That is what we want to secure. We want to secure our own nation where we can grow in our own space, where we can pursue any career we want and attain to any height we want to attain to. That is the nation we are pursuing. And we will pursue it with the last drop of our blood. It doesn't matter what it costs. We will pursue it until we get it. And it is not far away. In this year 2023, we're going to find it. We have been pursuing this cause for more than a decade. Our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, have opened this gate more than a decade, preaching to us, talking to us, and here are we today. Very, very close to move into Biafra land. And as we have gotten very close to moving to Biafra, do not allow anybody or any person to distract you. Are they going to gather? Of course they will gather. They have started gathering already. Just like they did in 1967. They are doing the same thing today. Internationally, you are going to see them gather. They will bring different kind of attack against us. They will bring their propaganda. They will use their media machine. They are already using them to preach falsehood against us, to preach lies against us, to push their propaganda. The international communities will join them. But I tell you, because we are fighting a just cause, because Chukwu Okike Abiama is standing with us, we are going to defeat every one of them, hands down, the same way we defeated them in 1967. We are going to defeat them. Do not shake. Do not get distracted. It doesn't matter what you hear. It doesn't matter what you see. Don't shake. Victory is sure. We are working with people who know the value of time. I say it and I say it again. People that knows what time is. Mazen Nandekano keyed into time. Our spokesperson today, Mazen Simon Eber, keyed into time. That is why everything they have said in the past is coming to pass. Everything they have said is coming to pass before your own very eyes. our spokesperson, Master Samuel, said that in this February, before February gets to an end, that it will become the end of the zoo will be clear to even those of them who are talking about one Nigeria, including those who are preaching election. So many of them are going to turn and begin to talk about Biafra. And it is happening today. When we talk about the end of the zoo in 2023, people don't understand. When Mazen Nandekano made the statement and said that the zoo is going to be destroyed totally, people didn't understand. Mazen Samuel said in 2023 that we are going into Biafra. People never understood it. But today, I hope it's becoming clear to you. Except for those who are still living in denial. Except for those who, out of their greed, out of their envy and jealousy, will not accept the truth. But for those who can tell themselves the truth, it is very clear before everybody that Nigeria has ended. We have won the battle. Every one of us in the media, you see the kind of news and information that are coming about. You know, when we say certain things, when Chukwu Okagabia put word into our spokesperson, Master Samuel, say a word. Some people think it is his own word. That is why I tell you that everything that comes out of the mouth of the genuine agitators is not just an ordinary word. More especially our spokesperson, Master Samuel, whatever he says is not just his word. Something inspires those words in him. Something made him to say those things he says. And that thing that made him to speak those words will make those words to come to pass. When we say the Zoological Republic will disintegrated in 2022-23, people didn't believe it. But today, you are seeing the disintegration before your own very eyes. The end of the zoo, you are seeing it before your own very eyes. Look at the videos that are coming out. Uprising from all corners. The Biafran people have not started taking their open action yet. This is not about the Biafran. This is not about IPOB. This is not about the autopiloted IPOB established by Mazen Nandekan. This is not about them. The Nigeria people, even those who are talking about the one Nigeria today, they are already revolting. They are already revolting, waiting for us to come. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. They are preparing the ground. They are preparing the ground in the whole states of the Federation. That is why I tell you that all things work for good to them that love Chukwu. I've always said it, that every action they take against the Biafran people, we always turn around to work for our own good. Anything they do, we turn to work for our own good. Whatever you see them do, we always turn to work for our own good. I said it before. And today you are seeing it play out. When they did about the changing of money, the changing of their money, the reason why they changed that money, Biafrans should be at the target. The target, the main target of that change of money, when you hear change of money, the main target is the Biafran people. It is not the election. It is never the election. Because the government in power, they are the ones who use the money. And if you change it 1 million times, they will have as much money as they want to bribe whoever they want to bribe. The government in power, who are still contesting to retain power, they have as much, they have the capacity, they have all the opportunities to get as much as they want to bribe, as many people as they can bribe. They can buy as many votes as they want to buy. It doesn't matter if you change or you don't change money. So that deception of changing of money was targeted at the Biafran people. It was targeted at the Biafran people to make sure they clip our wings, to make sure we don't have access to fund. But you have seen the result. While they were planning their own, Chukwu Okagabia was busy preparing a strategy for us, for our exit. Biafra exit has become clear, very, very clear, even to the blind today. In 2023, finally, here are we are exiting the zoo. May all glory, all honor be to Chukwu Okagabia, who has made it possible. Finally, we are getting out of the zoo. It has become very clear. It has become very clear. And they cannot stop it. That is why I say the coming of Biafra, our spring Amazinanaka said it will come in such a way that when you look at it, you say it is only Chukwu Okagabia and made it possible. When you look at it, you say it is only Chukwu Okagabia, if not for the grace of Chukwu Okagabia, it can never be possible. And that is what is playing out today. That is why I have always told you, do not look on the physical alone. When you hear people say, we are going home, do not look only on the physical things you see. Do not engage your mind to physical things alone. Think about the spiritual thing. There are so many things you are not seeing that are happening. There are so many things you will not see physically that are already in place. Do not base your imagination just like people who were sent to go and spy the promised land for the Israelites. They went there and they said they saw giants. Because you saw a giant and you became afraid. What about Chukwu Okike Abiama that gave you the order to move ahead? Do you know the plan he has for you? Do you know the plan he has? When we say the zoo is going to end, just like when Mazen Naneke said, I will destroy the zoo with my microphone, only with words, without firing a shot, that I'm going to destroy the zoo. And people misunderstood him. Nobody understood what he's saying. But today, the message of Mazen Naneke have made zoo what it is today. The message of Mazen Naneke have destroyed the zoo, disintegrated the zoo, and ended the zoo. But when he was talking about it, people never understood him. In the same vein, when our spokesperson Mazi Samuel would come and say, I know when Biafra will come, people doubted him. They say, if you know, tell us. We want to hear. Tell us. It wasn't the right time. Until when the time came, Mazi Samuel announced the countdown. Announced the countdown, told us that in 2023 we'll move into Biafra. People never believed him. They took him for a joke. People made caricature of his words. But those who were laughing last year, today they're not laughing. Their voice is coming down. Go and check their platforms. Every one of them who has been attacking Mazi Samuel, calling him all manner of names. Go and check their platform. Their language is changing gradually. The battle is not just physical alone. The battle of the disintegration of the Zoological Republic is not just physical alone. It is also spiritual. That is why I always tell you that even if you refuse to fight for Biafra, Chukwu Okike Abiama will use our enemy. You see this Janjaweed? Chukwu Okike Abiama will use them to give us Biafra. Don't mind all these, they are politicians. Let the politicians in the southeast, politicians in the southern part of the, let them continue to do their evil. Let them continue to hold their meetings. Chukwu Okike Abiama will use the Zoological Republic to give us Biafra. And I have said it, that every single mistake they make will be to our advantage. And even the own mistake we make, every mistake we make, we bring Biafra closer. That is why, as we are moving forward, when somebody tells you are not doing it right, tell him thank you. Continue doing what you are doing. Just as Mazen Naneke said, forward ever and backward never, that we should hold our ground. Even when somebody come approach you and say you are not doing it well, tell them thank you. Continue to do what you are doing. For every mistake you make will bring us closer to Biafra. And every mistake they make will bring us closer to it. And every plan they make will drag us closer to Biafra. And that is what is happening today. They came with their economic attack. They came with economic sabotage. All of a sudden, during election, they began to change money. And you're telling me it's because of election. Even when you know that the people that are changing the money have access to the bank. They can get any amount of money they want. They can access any amount of money. Some of them own banks. Some of these politicians own banks. So how is that going to affect the amount they get to share to people? They will still buy as many votes as they want to buy. The target originally was the Biafran people. The Biafran people has always been the target. But at the end of the day, did you see how Chukwu Okike Abiama have turned it around? Today, they are preparing the revolution ground for us. As the Liberation Army of Biafra have launched Operation Golden or Operation New Dawn. While they are embarking on Operation New Dawn, the whole country is on fire. The revolution is starting. Everybody is revolting. Southwest, southeast, south, everywhere is on fire. And the funniest thing, to show you how wicked these people are, why, if you are a human being and you have sense, you must not pray to be part of this Zoological Republic. When you go to their conventional media, they are still playing the situation down. Go to their conventional media, they are still playing the situation down. Already, the government is busy killing the innocent people. The government is also opening fire on the protesters who are outside. As you watch, they are still taking life of innocent people. That is why I tell you that Nigeria will never change. If you are thinking of Nigeria to change, this British company, if you want to change the status quo of this British company, You are wasting your time. The only way you can stop the killing of the innocent people in Nigeria is to disintegrate that country. If not, they are going to commit genocide again and again and again and again. That is why the British gave them the police force. The only reason why the British gave them the police force was to make sure they intimidate you, they kill you, they take your life at any given time. That is why they have police force in Nigeria. Written boldly, police force. And that is why anytime they approach you, they use a brutal force. Are you talking about the military? These are the machineries put in place to make sure you remain a slave. And everything you see them doing is to make sure they promote the enemy, to promote those who are fighting against them. They make sure that they promote evil. They make sure that we don't have a say. They make sure we don't have a way, or our voice is not being heard. Tell you, it doesn't matter what they bring. We have gotten to the end of the road. Are they going to gather? I'm telling you that they will gather. They are going to gather. But because they are not gathering in the name of Chukwu Kabiama, they will definitely scatter. They will scatter. So don't be tired. Don't be distracted. Don't worry about what you see. Whatever you are seeing today is the mandate of Chukwu Kabiama coming to pass. And I tell you, we are going home. You're welcome, my beloved brother David. Thank you so much for joining.
Mazi, good afternoon. Thank you for having me. Long time no see.
You're welcome, my brother. It's been a long time.
Well
I know
done,
you've been having a very busy schedule. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mazi. Yes, I've been actually, I've really missed your broadcast. You know, whenever I'm free, I just listen to them. Mind blowing. Mazi, well done. Chukwu Kabiama will continue to be your strength.
You say. Thank you, my brother.
Yes.
So today you see what I'm discussing today. We are discussing about the situation today. You can see everything that we've been talking about, everything we've been saying for a very long time is coming to pass. Every prediction of our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the words of Mazi Nandegan are all coming to pass. When we told them that the zoo is coming to an end, people thought it was a joke. Some people begin to put their hope and begin to calculate how many weapons we have and how many this and that we have. But today, it is unfolding before the whole world. Even when they have decided to gather, even when they are gathering, you see them gathering, just like they gathered in 1967. They are gathering again. But at the end of it, we are still seeing them before our very own eyes. They are all scattering, including their zoological election. We are talking about no election in Biafra land, which is signed and sealed already. But from every indication, even in their zoo, their election is not guaranteed. So when we talk about the end of the Zoological Republic in 2023, it has become clearer than ever. What do you have to say about that, my brother?
Okay, Mazi, thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to air my view once again. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, my brother.
Okay, now it is crystal clear. Everything is now clear that Nigeria has collapsed. It's just a tiny thread that is holding that zoological republic. And that tiny thread will be cut from the 22nd of this month. Immediately that tiny thread is cut, everything will collapse. You see, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, many people who doubted him that he is a prophet of God can now testify that our leader did not come by himself. He was not the one who sent himself to come for this liberation of his people, but rather Chukwu Kabiama sent him. What is the confirmation? A lot of confirmations are there, a lot of prophecies which he has made are now coming to pass. He told Nigerians that a time will come when you go to the bank to look for your money. You go to the bank to look for your money. Your own hand-earned money, they will not see it to give to you. That time is here. What other proof do they need to know that Biafra is here? Because our leader said that the last miracle that will happen on this earth is Biafra. If all his prophecies have come to pass, then why do people who are still doubting Thomasis, why don't they know that Biafra has already, in Biafra now, the activation of Biafra, it is, as Simon said, as at last year by December, if you have not seen Biafra, you will see the green light. Now it is visible that we have seen Biafra. Biafra is here with us. So a lot of things that is happening today in Nigeria is just to show that Nigeria can no longer stand. You see what is happening in Oduduwa land. Autopilotedly, they are taking away all their posters of it. Yes,
Everybody's autopiloted.
Everybody is now awake. Only the fools, the illiterate morons, the intellectuals, and their errats, people who don't really have brain,